Hello, everyone. Dr. Foster here, the success coach with MaximumChange.com. Hope you're doing well today. It's a cold day here in Southern Ohio on February 19th, 2019, and I think it's about 30 degrees outside, but feels great in here. Working away on our next webinar that I'm putting together, and hopefully we'll have some more information on that here very soon. It's going to be on mindset. But today I wanted to talk to you about the need for clarity. Now, I work with entrepreneurs all around the world. Been working with them for in excess of 15 years. I've been an entrepreneur for 19 years, been in the business world for 25 years, started at the bottom and worked my way up to an executive level before leaving the corporate world to go work for myself. And here's what I've learned. There are a lot of very talented people out there, and there's a lot of great information, and there's a lot of opinion. But what ends up happening is that in the business world, there becomes this just overwhelming amount of noise where people are constantly barraging you with, you need to do this and you need to do that, and why aren't you doing that? And here's what I've learned. I have over 20,000 followers on Instagram and over 10,000 followers on LinkedIn. And inevitably, someone starts following me on Twitter, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and they start telling me, you need to do this. And the problem with that is, and I want to emphasize the caution here. The problem is that these people engage you with their opinions, and they don't know a thing about you or your business other than the snippet of video or the text or post that you have put out on your social media. So they know nothing about you, they know nothing about your business, they know nothing about your business model or your vision or your passion, what dwells deep within inside of you that makes your business run, to click, to churn. And so they just barrage you with this. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to. And but they don't know anything about your business. My other favorite one that you'll run across as a business owner is you'll have someone say to you, great stuff out there in social media land. I think we have a lot in common. Why don't you follow me? But they don't even follow you. So you have to look through the crap that's being presented to you to see the reality of what it is. Now, you don't need 100 people telling you what to do. You need to ignore what everyone's telling you. In fact, this is something I tell my clients quite often. If I ever say something to you that does not resonate with you or does not match up with the reality of your business, your vision, your mission, it's okay to ignore it. Because at the end of the day, success really relies on the foundation of what you believe, what you feel is right, and what you are willing to do in your business. What you really need is clarity. Clarity is that thing that comes from deep within. I call it like the gut feeling. In fact, if you are a faith-based person, you might call that the Holy Spirit, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call that. The bottom line is that you need clarity to see through the crap, the minutia, the stuff that's going on, and work through to actually come up with a solution. And here's a great example. I have been on this journey for well over a year now, where I have redesigned my mission, my vision, my direction, how I engage my fan base, my followers, that is. And I have this very laser focused idea on what I'm going to do. Now, my goal is to help businesses become more effective. help leaders to become better leaders. And so how I do this is very much tied up in my mission and vision for my business. But I have these people come along and they tell me what I should be doing without even knowing who I am or what I'm actually doing or why I'm doing it. And when I actually have engaged some of these people and I've actually explained to them what I'm doing, then they go, oh, well, that makes sense. So ignore what people are telling you when they come at you. Now, if you seek out advice, here's the deal. When you seek out advice, what you need to do is don't take that advice and run with it. What you need to do is take that advice and chew on it. Consider it. Weigh it out against what you know to be true or what you've been doing. Now, the fact of the matter is you may not know how to do something in business, and that's okay. In fact, for me, when I don't know how to do something, I set out to be knowledgeable in that area, especially if I need to know how to do that. I'll get a book or I'll read articles. And in fact, when I'm putting together a seminar or a webinar or training that I use on my my website and in my platform, I'm doing a lot of research because I know that I don't know, or I know enough to be dangerous and I need to work out what I don't know. Supplement. I seek clarity on the subject. Everyone's going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you how to do it. It's the wise coach and mentor that says, is this right for you? Does this make sense before I dispense that advice? Because if it doesn't make sense, then I am actually affecting malpractice upon you by giving you poor advice. Now, I might offer exploratory ideas because I'm not sure which one is going to work for you, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your business. You're responsible for what happens in your business. No coach, no mentor, no consultant can carry the weight of the decision you have to make. And business is hard, and business is complex. And at the end of the day, you alone are responsible for your success or failure, because you alone are responsible for who you listen to and what you listen to. Now, I work really hard when I'm working with my clients. I work really hard to make sure that I am thoughtful and go really think through what I'm going to offer a client when I'm offering it to them. And I've been working with executives and high-profile individuals, athletes, small business owners, medium-sized business. I've been working with all sorts of well over 1,000 entrepreneurs over the last 15 years. And I myself have owned several successful businesses and been responsible for millions of dollars in income. And even for myself, with all that experience, I have to stop. I have to pause and make sure that I'm finding great clarity in what I'm about to do. Because without that gut check, I could very well make a poor decision. And trust me, I have. I have been in business long enough to have messed up a lot. And so I think it's really important that when you're a business owner, that any information that comes in, you check it against some sort of mechanism that you have. And you want to check against your gut, take it to God if you're a spiritual person. What I like to do is write it down and think about it. I may even write it down and sleep on it or think about it for a few days. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If someone wants to give you a proposal and they decide that they say, hey, I want to give you a proposal for a business, but they want to give it to you moments before you speak. Here's what I tell people. No, I want a few days to read it over and think about it before I have a meeting with you about this proposal. For me, it's really important that I'm thoughtful about what I'm looking at. And obviously, I have to make wise business choices. I can't just make a decision because I have money in the bank. Trust me, I've done that before. It doesn't help to make quick, rash decisions. You need clarity. You need to ignore what everyone's telling you, and you need to believe in yourself. Now, here's the deal. If you don't believe in yourself and you chase after every shiny object that comes along, I call it shiny object syndrome. If you, SOS, if you chase after every shiny object that comes along, you will go out of business real fast because you won't have clarity, you won't have direction, you will be running from pillar to post, chasing after your own shadow, thinking that the flavor of the month is the way to go. Don't do that. Slow and steady as she goes. If you set out on a journey, and somewhere along the way you change your mind and it not really add to the benefit of the journey, what you've done is you've changed the journey. And so you have to be really careful. Be critically minded of the decision you're going to make. Seek clarity. Listen, I work with clients all the time. And this is how I will do this. I will say, all right, what do you want to talk about today? What's on your list? What are some things we need to deal with? And they will say, I'm dealing with this decision and I need some perspective on this. And then I offer them perspective with the understanding that at the end of the day, the decision's up to them on how they handle that information. I don't say you must do this or you should do this. What I say is, here's a thought. Here's an idea. Here's a perspective. Here's something I've seen before. Here's something I've personally experienced before. Now, what you do with this information after I give it to you is totally up to you. But if you're going to seek out advice, make sure that you have a trusted advisor. For example, I'm not going to go to the grocery store and walk up to the guy that's stocking bananas in the produce section and necessarily get tax advice from him or her. Now, I'm not saying they're not capable of that, because maybe that's what they studied in college or in some sort of schooling. But my point is, if I want tax advice, I really should go to a CPA or an accountant. Or call the IRS, or go to the irs.gov website, or go to another website. But I'm not going to seek advice from someone. I'm not going to go to the shoe store in the mall and ask the attendant that's selling shoes, who's probably in their early teens, their late teens to early 20s. I'm not going to ask them medical advice. You see what I'm saying? So when you go for information, make sure that you're getting it from reliable sources. When I've taught university and I have a student writing a paper and they say something in the paper, I say, how do you know that? Because they haven't properly cited and referenced their work, so I have no idea where they got that information from. And then they say, oh, I got it off the top of my head. That's baloney. You got it from somewhere. You heard it from somebody. Was it reliable? Was it from Wikipedia, or was it from Harvard Business Review? You might say, well, Harvard Business Review was cited by Wikipedia. I don't care. The point is, Wikipedia is not a reliable source. Nor is the shoe salesperson a reliable source for medical advice, or the produce person reliable source for tax advice. So when you seek clarity, you must seek it from people that you trust, who are trusted advisors. Now, that's not to say all these people that have contacted me and said, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. The problem is, there's no consistency in what I need to do when it comes to what they're telling me I need to do. And I tell them this, and I say it as I'm laughing. I'm saying, you're telling me something different than the other person told me, and the other person told me something different than the person before that. It's a bunch of noise. Until someone can offer me clear, concise advice, I'm not going to listen to it. In fact, I have my own coach and mentor And I believe, based off of their years of experience and their years of success, that they are a reliable source, and I seek clarity from them. I get books that are highly critically acclaimed in a good, they're great books. And so I will read them and get advice from them, and I will create a growth mindset. So ignore what everyone's telling you. Listen to that still small voice within you. Listen to what you know to be true. If at the end of the day, what someone's telling you to do goes against or breaks your vision or mission of your business, or alters it completely, then you need to think long and hard about making those changes. Listen, if you need any help finding greater clarity in what you're doing, I would love for you to reach out to me. Either comment on this video, send me a direct message, go to my website at MaximumChange.com and contact us through there. Any way possible, if you need some help, reach out to us. Go to my website. Here's the link over here on the side. And just know that we are working hard here at Maximum Change to offer you advice that is reliable and concise and offers you greater clarity for you and your business, so that you can grow a successful business and live out the dreams that you have for you and your family. So I'm Dr. Foster, the success coach with MaximumChange.com. Hope you have a great day. And remember, you're responsible for your business, not the salesperson who calls you up or texts you or sends you a direct message saying you need to do something better. Have a good day.